Welcome to Red-Handed Crimes channel. Don't forget to subscribe. The air was thick with tension as the jury filed back into the courtroom. A 17-year-old boy, his hands trembling in his lap, glanced back at his mother. Tears streamed down her face, silent prayers on her lips. The judge cleared his throat. "We, the jury, find the defendant guilty." A wail erupted from the boy's mother. His own breath caught in his throat, his body frozen in disbelief. He wanted to scream, to tell them he was innocent, but the words wouldn't come. With that single word, guilty, his life as he knew it was stolen. This is the story of Elijah Carter, a promising teenager whose dreams were crushed under the weight of a system that was supposed to protect him but instead betrayed him. Elijah wasn't perfect, but he was far from a criminal. A bright student, a talented artist, and a loyal friend, he had dreams of going to art school. Raised by a single mother in a struggling neighborhood, he knew the importance of staying out of trouble. But in the wrong place at the wrong time, none of that mattered. The night everything changed, Elijah had been walking home from a basketball game. He had no idea that just 2 blocks away, a robbery had turned deadly. The police were looking for a black male suspect wearing dark clothing. That vague description sealed Elijah's fate. A witness, pressured by detectives, pointed him out. And just like that, his nightmare began. The case against Elijah was weak, but that didn't stop the system from railroading him. The evidence? Circumstantial. The witness? Unreliable. The alibi? Ignored. The confession? Coerced after hours of relentless interrogation with no lawyer present. Detectives had their suspect, and they refused to look any further. The prosecution painted him as a dangerous young man, twisting his quiet demeanor into a lack of remorse. His public defender, overworked and underprepared, barely put up a fight. The jury didn't see a scared teenager. They saw what the prosecution wanted them to see, a criminal. Elijah spent the next 15 years behind bars, growing from a teenager into a man within concrete walls. He missed birthdays, holidays, and moments he'd never get back. His mother never stopped fighting for him, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. Appeals were denied. Hope faded. Then, a new lawyer took an interest in Elijah's case. She uncovered the truth. The key witness had recanted, saying he was pressured by police. DNA evidence from the crime scene didn't match Elijah. A suppressed police report pointed to another suspect. With this new evidence, Elijah's case was finally reopened. Years after being wrongfully convicted, Elijah stood in court again. The judge read from a piece of paper, his voice echoing through the silent room. Elijah Carter's conviction is vacated. He is free to go. His mother collapsed in relief. Elijah didn't move. Could he really walk out? Could he truly be free? It wasn't until he stepped into the fresh air, no shackles on his wrists, that reality hit. He had his freedom, but at what cost? Elijah Carter was exonerated, but justice delayed is justice denied. How many more innocent people sit in prison, waiting for someone to believe them? How many families suffer under a system that values convictions over truth? Elijah lost years of his life. He will never get them back. And the system that failed him? It remains unchanged. The question now is, will we let it keep happening? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.